Hi, I'm Renee.
And I'm Anthony, and we are the channelers, healers, and voices behind Blue Soul Earth. We connect to higher levels of consciousness to bring forth divine energies, to teach ancient wisdom, and to heal.
These energies that we access from higher dimensions largely consist of the ascended masters that humanity across cultures know really well. They are many, but they speak collectively as one voice. And for the sake of simplicity, we simply call them our spirit team.
And how we channel as a couple is quite unique. Divine energies come through Renee's crown chakra, through her solar plexus, and into my solar plexus chakra, through my crown chakra, and back up. And it forms a three-dimensional triangle, which is used to teach and to heal.
Now these energies flow back and forth, a bit like an infinity eight. And the symbolism behind why and how this happens is pretty profound.
It's accessing divine feminine energies and divine masculine energies and weaving them together as one energy to teach and to heal.
Now, for our Blue Soul Wisdom series, we're actually going to be channeling different topics in roughly 10 to 15 minute segments.
So if you're just starting out on your spiritual journey,
or if you'd simply like to access higher levels of consciousness,
or you would like to take your healing practice to the next level,
then join us.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anthony.
And I'm Renee. And we're here today to talk about loving your life as it is right here and now, rather than the perception of what is. So, in other words, being present and being okay with life as it is, rather than the projection or perception of how you'd like it to be.
I like that.
We are also going to be bringing in the work of Byron Katie, who many of you probably know and love as much as we do. Loving What Is. She has many books out. This is just one of them. For questions that can change your life, Byron Katie, for those of you who have done her work, know about her work. The work! And it is the work for us to do. So let's hear what our guides have to say about this.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So as Anthony begins to connect to our guides, I'm going to read an excerpt from Byron Katie's book about loving what is. One of the amusing things I found in her book was a really great quote that said, "No one can hurt me. That's my job." She asks her readers to make a list. Make a list of ways that you treat yourself. How do you treat yourself and how do you treat others? List the things that you say to that other person. List the things that you say to yourself, the belief systems that you have. List the possibilities for living your life without this concept. For example, how would you treat that person differently in the same situation without the thought? And does this feel kinder inside you? And I'll add, does it feel more loving inside you?
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for having us.
It's lovely to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
It is our pleasure.
We love Byron Katie. We love her work. We love her energy.
Many times we say to you, and to you as well, to your students, that many times they want the keys to the universe, don't they? But they're not willing to do the work. Your Byron Katie is a great spiritual teacher, writer. She understands that you must do the work in order to connect to your soul, connect to your consciousness, to truly open up, to feel your sense of being one with all things. The work is what you also refer to as your shadow work. She has you go through a variety of questions to start questioning yourself, where you start to go deep into your subconscious. It is in your subconscious that you start to find these answers. This is when we tell you to go in, and this is the work that she's making you do, the work that many of you do not want to do. That is where you find your, as you call them, demons.
Or shadows.
Or shadows. Yes.
It's a nicer word for it.
Yes, we are using only the vocabulary that Anthony has, and what you also refer to as these things called shadows, demons, ghosts of things that once were.
Skeletons in your closet.
Yes, things of that nature. Now, what is involved in work? Well, you can think about it this way. It's as easy as turning the light on and turning it off, if you choose to make it that way. However, in order to do so, the electricity must come and make a connection. That connection is your awareness. That is the acceptance of understanding and knowing, the gnosis, if you will, of knowing that this, there, here is a connection, and it must be made aware. You must become aware of the shadow or of this thing that makes you feel uncomfortable. Once you've made that electrical connection and you have made this awareness, then you can start to do the work. We have no idea how long the work will take to take this one awareness and to leave it or to let it go. That is dependent upon you, dependent upon the soul. We have mentioned it many times to your students that they must do the work first before we give them the keys to the universe.
That internal work of going inward and really getting to the polarities of our soul, which have a dark side and have a light side.
Yes, that is correct. There is still love within the dark side. You only need to find it within the void, the dark matter. Now, Byron Katie has her own way of having each individual do the work. We say to you, and we say to you as well, that each person can do his and her own work in a different way. You can use Byron Katie as an example. You can use Tim Freke as an example. You can use any type of individual, philosopher, light worker. Who do you resonate most with? There are so many different healers out there. You can do the work by doing your shamanic work or your pagan work or your galactic work. It all depends on what type of work you want to do and what is that energy that you're resonating with. However, we tell you this also, you must go inside. You must do the work inside before you can connect outside of love. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your body. Stay in the present, if you will. Stay here in the present. Don't think about what you can have in the future. Don't perseverate on what was in the past. Stay in the present moment and focus upon connecting one with the universe. And in that way, that is part of the work of being internal. Don't you think, Gaia?
I do. It's a lifelong process in this body, and that the soul is forever, ever learning and having different experiences.
That is correct. That is why we come to you morning, afternoon, and night now. Because you are doing the work.
Yes.
We thank you, Gaia, and we thank all of those that are watching us. Thank you for receiving us, and thank you for receiving our message. And one with the universe, with the universal sound of Om. We like to give you Shanti, 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 which is peace be with you, and peace be you. Thank you, Gaia.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here tonight.
It is always our honor and privilege to be in your presence. We will leave now.
Okay, thanks so much. So as our guides leave and Anthony comes back, just remember that every thought can be changed in an instant, and remember that a lot of these thoughts are just perceptions. A lot of these belief systems are just perceptions that can literally be changed in a heartbeat, and it can dramatically change and transform your life. So remember to love what is, not what you perceive things to be. And Anthony's now back.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope that you come back again.
Thank you.
Thank you.